Timothy Desert Storm accuses PBC fighter Errol Spence Jr. of running from Terence Crawford. Even with Terence Crawford suing his former promoter, that's not good enough. So we're going to take a little stroll down memory lane and recall some of the things Tim Bradley said previous to that. Stay tuned to this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I need everybody to do me a huge favor. Throw a like on the video. It's quick, simple, it's painless. 2022. Let's run them numbers up. Tim Bradley, he was on ESPN's Max Kellerman, and he basically accuses Errol Spence of running from or ducking against Terence Crawford, and pitches the blame on Errol Spence and PBC side rather than anything else. Poor decisions from Terence Crawford, Bob Arum, nothing. He just goes full out. So we'll start with that clip. Roll the clip.
Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas are on a collision course for March or April, Tim. Ugas, of course, beating Manny Pacquiao. He's a good boxer. A lot of people thought beat Sean Porter, didn't get the decision. But Errol Spence is kind of a next level super fighter. How do you see this one?
Yeah, I mean, he is a next level kind of super fighter. I believe that, but I still think that he's running from Terence Crawford, to be honest with you.
Boom. I still think he's running from Terence Crawford. So this is the narrative that Tim Bradley is pitching.
This one.
Yeah, I mean, he is a next level kind of super fighter. I believe that, but I still think that he's running from Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. But
so the ironic thing is this. Max Kellerman didn't say anything about Terence Crawford. Max Kellerman merely asked Timothy Bradley's opinion on Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas. And he even framed it by saying many people believe Ugas beat Sean Porter, who Terence Crawford just last fought, after Errol Spence and after Ugas had already fought him. And in many people's opinion, Ugas beat him. So instead of directly answering the question at hand, Tim Bradley took that opportunity to again take shots at PBC and Errol Spence and cast blame on them for Terence Crawford not getting the fight. Meanwhile, in the real world, Terence Crawford is suing the promoter that Tim Bradley works with, and that's Bob Arum, Top Rank, on the nation or the network, the station that held this particular interview. So I find it mighty ironic, but even more so ironic. I'm going to take you down a stroll in a media scrum, and this is when Tim Bradley was asked about fighting Errol Spence, and he had opted to retire, and the WBC or whoever it was ordered Tim Bradley to fight Errol Spence, who was then an up-and-comer. So Tim Bradley had an opportunity to fight Errol Spence himself, and I want you to just pay special attention to what was said by Tim Bradley at said time. Roll the clip. Yes. So this is a clip I'm going to play from the media scrum, and let's hear what Tim Bradley said about sides of the street, PBC fighters working with top ranked fighters, etc. Subscribe and smash the like button. We got action.
Any response on the fact that Spence went on to say that you ducked him? Can you give us any clarification on that? On Spence.
Saying that you ducked him.
That you ducked him.
That you retired instead of facing him.
Bro, listen.
He said the WBC ordered the fight and you retired instead.
Oh, the WBC. He said the WBC ordered the fight. Right. The WBC did order the fight, but check this out. When the hell have we been doing business, or anybody from Top Rank been doing business without him?
We got action. Boom, you never know. Yeah, this paper is 95% bullshit, but it's entertaining, and you won't let me read it. Now you entertain me with your boo. Huh? So you heard it from Tim Bradley himself. He said, huh? Me ducking? When have you ever known Top Rank to do business with PBC? One more again.
He said the WBC ordered the fight. He right. The WBC did order the fight.
He right. The WBC did order the fight. So he's admitting that the WBC ordered Errol Spence Jr. to fight against Tim Bradley. And Tim Bradley at that space of time was further along than where Errol Spence was. And that would have been a great fight to show us what Errol Spence is made of, because at that given time when this was ordered by the WBC, like I just said, Tim Bradley was further along in his career than where Errol Spence was. So Errol Spence needed a powerful name and a big name at that time, and that would have just definitely helped Errol Spence if he was able to beat Tim Bradley. But again, you'll hear what Tim Bradley says. He says, when have you ever known us to work together, these opposing sides? One more again.
He said the WBC ordered the fight. He right. The WBC did order the fight, but check this out. When the hell have we been doing business, or anybody from Top Rank been doing business without him? You know what I'm saying? So, bruh, say whatever you want to say. Duck you and retire because I want to face you.
Even the other side of the street order.
Bruh, I don't listen. It's there. It's there because when I was coming up, that was the problem. I couldn't fight anybody from PBC. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do business with PBC. One and two.
We didn't do business with PBC, said Tim Bradley.
PBC. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do business with PBC. One.
We didn't do business with PBC, said Tim Bradley.
One and two, the WBC did order it, but the fight wasn't going to be made because we didn't ever do business with them.
The fight wasn't going to be made because we didn't do business with them.
That was the problem. I couldn't fight anybody from PBC. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do business with PBC. One and two, the WBC did order it, but the fight wasn't going to be made because we didn't ever do business with them. You know what I'm saying? The fight wasn't going to be made, so why would I even go down that alley?
There you have it. And that's from Tim Bradley himself. So once again, it's very hypocritical, and how soon we forget that Tim Bradley is now saying something completely different. He's saying this. So I've illustrated the great ego Stradamus. I've illustrated using Tim Bradley then and now. And the then versus now is a stark contrast. The funny thing is, people could say whatever they want about me, but one thing they cannot say is that I'm not consistent. I am highly consistent. Now, I'm not saying I'm infallible or I have an inability to change, but I am saying this: if my statements were to change, something major happened to disprove or, prove that notion to be wrong. So more often than not, you look at my work, my whole career is online, on YouTube. You look at my whole career, you won't find these stark contrasts in various things that I've said that don't match up today. In fact, the things that I said in the past are now strengthened in the current. Like what I've said about Terence Crawford not being able to he won't be able to get the fights, and, the Top Rank deal is going sour, blah, blah, blah. So if anything, I'm just reaffirmed in my previous notion because I'm the great ego Stradamus. Versus Tim Bradley, what Tim Bradley's doing here is now he's trying to, when it's convenient, what he's doing is telling the whole world, nah, it's their side, their fault. But when he was the fighter and the shoe was on the other foot, he all of a sudden knows that there's sides of the streets, there's politics, and wampty. So that's why, fast forward to the future, as I just revealed, when Max Kellerman is asking him a direct question about a great premier boxing champions fight, Errol Spence and Ugas unification, he takes this side rail as if he forgot everything that he previously said that I just showed you, and he blames PBC. But when he was the fighter, as I just displayed, he understood that there were politics that prevented it. And again, I've used this same talking point. How come you never seen Top Rank at a point in time? They had better, more advanced welterweights. I can't say better, but I'll say welterweights that were further along in their career. We never seen Brandon Rios versus Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? Juan Manuel Marquez and Broner. We didn't see Pacquiao fight Danny Garcia back then. We didn't see Pacquiao versus Broner back then. We didn't see Crawford versus Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, etc. So it's just, again, how soon we forget that people, they say all these miscellaneous things. They say these miscellaneous things, and Bradley was the first one to tell you that politics existed. But now he's, I guess, a company man or whatever, and he works for Top Rank, and he's forgotten that these politics inside of the street exist, and he's like, F all that. You know, it's Errol Spence and PBC's fault. And this is not the first time that he's done that. One time on air, Bradley said that he only respects Deontay Wilder over there on PBC because he's the only one willing to fight a Top Rank fighter. That's my time. Let me know how I did in this video. Subscribe. I'm the greatest when it comes to this boxing talk. Y'all know that. Subscribe. I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.